Hey, how's it going? This is Two Birds, One Show. We talk about Philly sports and craft beer on Big Game Entertainment, Big Game Sports Buzz. I'm DeeTer from breweriesandsnj.com. That's my buddy Ricky from Craft Beers Fanatics on Facebook. And we are special guest tonight, John from South Jersey Fermentation Club. So how you all doing today, man? How you guys going?
Good, man.
Yo, John. Nice to finally meet you, dude.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Rick.
Yeah, been trying to get you guys together for a while, man. Both great minds of craft beer.
Yeah, someday.
So, what are you guys drinking tonight? Let's start off with you, John. Looks like you got something in your cup.
Right now, I got a Hefeweizen I made. It's pretty good.
Any hops or malts that you put in? Any special?
Just some German wheat and traditional German hops.
Nice.
Pretty tasty. Got a little pretty good mouthfeel.
Yeah, I was there. I was at your place last weekend, man. That's the same Hefeweizen you just put on, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, that was a good one, man. It has a nice banana taste to it, man. That's
I finally got the banana I was looking for with my fermentation.
Yeah, man. You do good Hefeweizens, man.
Hey, I've heard a lot about your brewing prowess. I hear you're expert at your craft. I've heard a lot about it. I can't wait to try some of your stuff. I've heard nothing but good things.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting you to try some. I've been doing it for like 8 or 9 years, so I'm getting better at it.
You ever consider like having a brewery, or you just kind of just no
interest?
Fair enough.
When I retire, I'll retire.
Good point.
Now, you got an award in your beer group last year, right? For
I was the brewer of the year in the brew club, awesome. South Jersey Fermentation.
Cheers.
Now, how many? I
won a few contests, so that's why I got the award.
I remember you got one at Roy Pitts before too, right? You brewed something for them.
Yeah, it was just a contest, but then I got to go hang out with their brewer, Chris, and we were sampling stuff out of the barrels, some of the sours. It was a pretty cool experience.
Nice.
Yeah. I've never been there, man. It looks like a nice spot, though, man. Looks like
I think they changed their name just to Liquid Art.
Oh, okay.
That's what they called their beers anyway. But nice. They have some really good beers, nice sours, all barrel aged, and they just blend them together and stuff.
Didn't they do a beer for like Jake Elliott, the Eagles kicker, or something like that one time? They had the barrel with the.
Yeah, they have I think they had a regular Jake Elliott beer, but then they also had a sour. Like on some of their barrels, they'll have stuff painted. Like they have one painted, I think, with the Fanatic. They have one with Gritty on the end of the barrel, and then there was a Jake Elliott barrel. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, any brewery that gets behind Philly sports, man, I could definitely respect, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely some nice beers.
We got going on there, Ricky. We drinking.
Juice Project from Treehouse, Galaxy.
Oh my God, yeah, that's an awesome one, man.
You know my love for Treehouse and my love for Galaxy hops. And this beer doesn't let down at all. It's a fantastic. I mean, it's just a beautiful beer in every way. It's color, nose, taste, body. It's good stuff.
Now, the last time I was at your place too, John, you had a nice IPA, right? Was it hazy, juicy, or something like that?
Yeah, that was we had a brew day here with the brew club. A bunch of people came over, and I've been getting into like fermenting under pressure, and it allows me to get hoppier beers. And I also use some Phantasm powder, which is a new thing to bring out they're called thiols in the yeast. And I also used Omega's thiolized Star Party yeast, which brings out even more of the hop.
This guy's the professor, man. He's on a whole new level, man. So
I know, man. Just the shit I've heard about you, dude. I fucking, I'm like, I can't wait to meet this dude. Probably, one of the best brewers I've ever had the pleasure of coming in contact with.
So what's the powder? What's that made out of? Like, what do you call it?
it's Sauvignon grape skins that are like,
Oh shit, man.
I think they're dehydrated.
Is it in part almost like a Nelson hop type flavor? Or no.
Yeah. I didn't use Nelson in this one, but I've done these yeasts before, and I've used Nelson, and I got a really nice tropical flavor out of that. But this is the first time I did the Phantasm powder, which is like just the dried up grape skins.
Nice.
It's a
Man, I
new
didn't even heard
product.
it. That's awesome.
Some breweries are using it.
And now, when you say under pressure, you got that tank, like the tank pressurizes the container, right? Yeah, like the gauges and stuff on it.
Yeah. So what happens is it holds it. You never the hop like the beer never sees the oxygen at all. So I ferment it under pressure. I dry hop under pressure.
Damn, dude.
Cool. I have a little device on top of the fermenter that allows me to not expose it to oxygen at all. I can actually purge the little tube with CO2 and put the dry hops in there and then purge it again and drop them in while that's all sealed up in a sealed environment. So you get a nice hoppy flavor and you're going to avoid oxidation in brown beer.
That's impressive.
Right, man. I seen the setup. It's pretty neat, man. It's got the tank and the tubes and everything going in. It looks like it's some hospital thing going into this. It's crazy, man. All right. Well, I got a little musk of the Minotaur IPA by Hoof Hearted.
Nice.
Oh man, this beer is pretty good, man. It's a lighter beer, man, but it definitely you definitely get like a musky, hoppy IPA taste. It sits at 7.2, and yeah, man, this thing is a nice looking beer. Had a nice head, went down a little bit, but yeah, man, it's just tasty beverage.
Would you say it was hung out about 7%? You said,
yeah, 7.2.
Nice, perfect.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you what types of hops, man. Their combinations is just incredible, man. Because you get that resin, a little bit of bitterness, and you get that musky taste, man. It's impressive.
Yeah, I know you shared it the other night. It was pretty good.
Yeah, that's right. Brought it over there.
They always got some dope can art too, man. They're kind of goofy and funny.
Yeah, like, I don't know what's going on there, man. If you get into craft beer, you'll see these guys on the shelf, man. Definitely check them out there. They're definitely worth it, man. That's good stuff. Well, we talk about craft beer. We talk about sports. Let's see. Anybody anything else about? Oh yeah. So when's the beer festival for the fermentation club, the South Jersey Fermentation Club?
Yeah, every year, the first Saturday in May, we host it's called Big Brew Day. It's like a national, it's National Homebrew Day, actually. And homebrew clubs all across the country do different things. Some brew, some, just hang out, some share beers. But we, with our club, we actually, we go to Oakland, right outside of Tonewood. There's a parking lot. And we sell a $20 ticket to get you a glass, or 25 actually. $25. You get a glass, a little sample glass, something like this. I think it's going to be pretty similar this year.
They also give out T-shirts too, right? Like they did last time.
The first 100 people get a free T-shirt as well.
That's awesome, man. For $25, you can't beat that, man. You get a little glass,
T-shirt, and a glass, T-shirt. And you drink all day.
Yeah,
it goes from 12 to 4.
And now I've been there a couple of times now to their beer festivals, and some of those guys, they brew better than most breweries I went to. So, man, it is really a good time. And you can always just walk over to Tonewood too, man. You're right there.
If it's nice. That bad, man, you can just go to Tonewood. But most of it's pretty good. And, you can get meads, ciders, wines, all kinds of. You never know what you'll find there. You might find something somebody might have distilled.
Nice.
Talk about T-shirts. Rocking the Big Game Sports Entertainment T-shirt. I got your shirt, Ricky. I gotta get you one. I'm
Cool.
gonna get you one too, John. When my next order, but you can get the shirts on the website. Just go to Big Game Entertainment or Big Game Sports Buzz and check out the shop, all the merchandise and all.
I wanted to ask you too, is that because I have a lot of people at my bar ask me, they want to follow the show and and sometimes they'll type in Two Birds, One Show and it'll bring up, the old school stuff we did.
Right.
I mean,
where
do
we
you need to
started
go
off
to
at.
like Big Game Sports Buzz to find us now? Like, because I want to be able to get people to the site as easy as possible.
The newer shows, it's going to be on, BG, PSP or whatever, Big Game Sports Buzz, and then
Okay.
or Big Game Entertainment. But if you type in Two Birds One Show, it will bring up all of our shows. But you want to filter to newest, or filter by date or something like that. It'll bring up the newer ones up top. Filter to newest, or filter by date or something like that. It'll bring up the newer ones up top. Filter to newest, or I think we're getting feedback or something. The newer ones up top. Filter to. Somebody got their microphone close to their speaker? Because
I can hear you again now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's working now.
All right. It was a little weird. Okay. So
I don't want to say it because you know what happens when I say it did it to it last time.
Yeah.
One of the agents. Agent Smith.
Well, I know John's a Phillies fan, so let's move on to some sports. We'll talk about some Phillies.
Yeah,
So,
man.
Yeah, man.
That was rough.
Yeah.
It was so crazy. You see, like the stadium there in Cleveland, and there's like nobody there, and this team's beating us. You know what I mean? It makes me so mad, dude. Like we got such a following fan base, and we can't get this team together to start winning games, man.
It was rough to watch tonight.
Yeah. That was a depressing game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping they would come back, man. They looked like they wanted to, but they just couldn't get together.
Yeah, they left a lot of guys on base, like the old days.
Like they need to pitch it, man. I mean, 6 runs, you're giving up 6 runs. If you're not hitting, dude, that's rough, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bullpen's killing.
Yeah, it's I don't know what the hell's going on with this. I don't know if they had a hangover, World Series hangover or what's going on, but they need to kind of snap out of it and get everybody flowing, whether it be bullpen starters, offense, kind of everybody going at the same time.
Now, the last time we played the Reds, we were 2-1, right? We beat them twice and we lost once.
Yep.
Yeah.
And in the one game, we were like 13-2 or something like that, right?
Like 15-3 or something.
Yeah.
I was thinking, man. I was thinking that's the start, man. Here's the start. Here we go, boys. And now,
they'll pick it up.
Yeah. Schwarber. I think Schwarber got home run today, right?
Yeah.
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 How did Boom get one today? Who was the second run in?
I don't know. They had one when I turned it on, and Schwarber hit a solo to make it 2 runs. So I don't know who hit. Who got the first one?
Yeah, I think somebody had an RBI double. I'm not positive. I was flipping around. The game was so fucking boring. I was flipping around. I was jamming out to music for a while too. I needed it. I needed, it was a long week, and I needed, some kind of musical release. So I was flipping between that and the Phillies game.
And we were talking about like the pitch clock. That's a big topic this year, and I think, man, that's really beating us up, man. I think that's hurting us. And like you see people at the games, man, like the game's going by so fast, and sitting in the concessions to get a beer or food or whatever, you're missing a couple innings. You know what I mean? Like, spending all that money, and then you're like missing a whole bunch of baseball because everything's speeded up. It's different.
I don't understand the need to speed it up. I really am not sure why. I feel like baseball was the beautiful game. You know, it was the one sport that didn't have a clock.
Right.
You know, it was chess, you know, not checkers. And, you know, I feel like they went and interviewed a lot of people that don't watch baseball and say, hey, what can we do to make you watch baseball? But these are people that don't watch baseball anyway. You know, they're gonna watch for 2 innings and then be on Netflix or whatever. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm a traditionalist. I'm having a hard time with it. I don't like it. But
how do you feel about it, John? About the new changes to baseball?
It's just kind of weird. It's definitely weird not seeing this shifting all the time. I don't mind that really.
Yeah, I was kind of glad to see the shift go.
I don't know how they can outlaw it, but they did. So the pitch clock thing is weird. Seen a lot of weird calls and
yeah.
You know,
I feel like the bigger bases, man. I think the bigger base is nicer because, you know, there's not so much close call of one way or the other. Yeah, I guess it to me it looks like it kind of clears it up. Who's on the base first?
More stolen bases.
Right. Yeah, that too.
Well, that's what I was expecting with the pitch clock thing. If they can only throw over twice, so you get them to throw twice and then you take off.
Yeah.
Then you take a huge lead and go.
Right.
I thought there'd be like 100 stolen bases the first week, but there isn't.
Yeah. That's true. I thought there'd be more stolen bases too. And it's funny, like you know, like when you go to a Phillies game, 7 inning, they cut off all alcohol, and all of the games do that. But now with this pitch clock, they're not selling as much alcohol or something. So some stadiums are like pushing it back to the 8th inning, but Philly's not. Philly's still 7, so that's pretty cheesy.
You go for a beer in the 8th inning, and you're not gonna. You might as well go home.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, God, man, you might be able to drink like 2 beers there. That's about it. You know, like Jesus, man.
I'm going to be interested to see this pitch clock thing. You know, 5, 6, 7, 8 years down the road, if it's just going to be a footnote of, hey, remember when they had that pitch clock? Or then it becomes so ingrained you're just used to it. I wonder how it's going to go. You know, I think we're going to know after 2 or 3 years whether they're going to trash it and get rid of it, or it's just going to become what, you know, baseball is. I'm going to be very interested to see where this goes. I really am.
Yeah, that's the other thing was like with the pitch clock, you also have the what's it called? Damn, forgot what I was going to say. But you're going to have like just more. They're going to do the robot umpire thing, which they could have used a few times this week.
Yeah, I agree.
I saw some missed calls, like got Aaron Nola in trouble the other night.
Yeah, the officiating's been really bad, and I've never been a fan of the umps. You know, I always bitch about them, but this year especially, it's just like, geez, you guys are trying to get taken out of calling balls and strikes.
I got a little comment there. Hey, you guys, and me or something. What's up, guys? Oh, and it's big game, James. The game is slow, but if you like baseball, all right. Thanks, James.
What is it?
He said the game is slow, but if you like baseball, it doesn't bother you. And yeah, and then he said, "Great show, fellas."
Yeah, and shout out to you guys. I check out your show weekly, man. You and Stoggs are kicking ass, man. Always putting on good shows. Yeah, and that's why I love baseball, because it was you know, and listen, I love all 4 sports, but it was the one sport where it was a little bit slower, a little bit more of a thinking man's game, you know, taking the time, you know, putting in the thought to each at bat, every pitch, everything was thought, you know, as opposed to, you know, football, it's quick twitch, it's fast, it's hard hitting. You know, baseball was the game that, you know.
It was called the Great American Pastime. You know what I mean? It's not the Great American speed it up and let's go. You know, it's to sit back and relax, you know, and enjoy a game.
Right. No, I agree.
It definitely it's a little weird. In the beginning I thought, okay, there was a lot of long games last year going into overtime and such. And when you're watching a game at 8 o'clock and it's going into like midnight, yeah, it's rough waking up the next day. So that's my only thing. But seeing this pitch clock now, I don't care for it.
I feel like, yeah, and I feel like a lot of times, like you said, the 4 hour, 5. I mean, that's more the anomaly. I mean, that doesn't happen a ton. I don't know. And I'm the type too, it's like a Sunday afternoon. I go out, I do my yard work, I mow my lawn, I do all that, and I come plop my ass on the couch at 1 o'clock for a Phillies game, and I can sit back and guess what? If I doze off in like third inning for like 40 minutes and wake up, I'm like, oh, cool, it's only the fifth inning, awesome. Yeah. And I got a nap. You know what I mean? That was the great part. Yeah. Now it's like I fall asleep in the third inning for 45 minutes. I wake up, it's the bottom of the ninth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Some innings went really fast this week. I watched a few games.
And it's like they're so proud, some of these people patting themselves on the back. We got a game in 2 hours and 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Well,
it's not soccer, man.
Why is that a credit to your game? Right. It's like I know it's like a half an hour difference. What the fuck were you missing in that half an hour? A half an hour made that much of a difference. You had to fucking totally destroy this beautiful fucking game. Seriously, for a half an hour, what were you doing? I don't know. That gets me all worked up.
Ricky gets a little worked up there, John.
I can't. I don't.
But right, man. If you want to watch something quick, dude, go watch a soccer or something quick game. You know what I mean? Like baseball. It's just, I don't know, man. This fucking pitch clock is definitely going to mess up our season. I know that.
I think you're right.
Yep.
They're saying that Hoskins might be coming back early. And then they were talking about him maybe like playing first base or something.
Oh, you mean Harper?
Harper.
Yeah, Harper, right? Yeah, what did I say? Hoskins. Yeah, Hoskins is called for the season.
I'm cool with that. Anytime we can get Harper back in the lineup, I'm all for that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, they're both injured. Yeah, Jesus, man, it's a rough start for the year.
Yeah, it's not going how I thought it was going to go.
No, especially everybody's like, oh man, we're gonna get back there. We're gonna get back to the World Series.
Yeah,
dude, it's tougher than you think. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's for sure.
We had a lot of luck last year, man. A lot of luck, especially coming into the playoffs. Like we were not supposed to go where we went that year. You know what I mean? We surprised everybody.
Yeah, it's a great point.
I mean, Christ, we fired Joe Girardi, and then we put Topper in place, and nobody thought that he'd get to the World's. Yeah, it was an awesome move. I do like Topper. Yeah. He's an awesome dude.
I agree.
He's really down to earth guy.
Yeah,
good dude.
It's pretty crazy. He was like the first Canadian baseball coach to go to a World Series. Man, that's fucking
wild.
Awesome. Yeah, good dude. But
yeah, I'm glad he's the skipper.
Yeah, hopefully he makes some changes and get the shit going, dude. I don't know if you got to change up the lineup or move people around on bases or something. Then I don't know. Do you think Harper would be good at first base if they bring him back?
I don't know. I hope so.
It's pretty good anywhere.
Yeah, he seems like the stud in whatever he does.
Yeah.
He's just an athlete. Yeah, to be able to recover that quick from that kind of surgery is pretty amazing.
Yeah. Did you get yourself another beer there, John?
Yeah, I got just another half of Weizen.
Oh, okay. That was a good beer.
What's the ABV on that? About 4 or 5?
It's about 5.
Nice.
A little over, I guess. 5.3 or something.
Nice.
Now, how many taps do you have out in your garage there, John? What do you say about 5?
I have 6.
6.
And I keep them pretty full.
Nice.
And then once in a while,
I got a little nitro tap, but I don't use that very often.
Yeah.
How many barrel system you have going
on? I brew 10 gallons at a time.
Okay.
No, not even. It's like a third of a barrel. But I brew quite a bit.
Nice.
Try to get it.
His nitro system's awesome too, man. When he does a Guinness clone, it's awesome, dude. It might be better. It might be better than Guinness. Let's put it that way, man. It's pretty damn good.
Yeah, I gotta put something on there someday. I haven't made any nitro beers in a long time.
Now, Have you ever had a Kilkenny?
I was just going to say that.
It's one of my heart. It's one of my
No, I
favorites, man.
Haven't had it.
It's like a what would you say? Like an Irish red version.
It's
of
like
Guinness?
a red version of Guinness, like an Irish red, but a nitro.
Like Smittix type thing?
Yeah, like
similar.
Spinach.
Like if you nitroed up Smittix.
Yeah, it's like a Irish cream ale type of thing, man. Red ale. It's pretty damn good. Yeah,
I'll have to try it next time I go to
man.
Irish.
See if you can find a clone of it, man. Dude, I'd be so happy if you did that, dude. I bet it'd be fucking awesome.
I remember when I went to Florida years ago, and I finally found it in a bar, and I think I sent you a picture. I'm like, this one's for you, DeeTer, because you love this beer.
I'll have to look into it. Yeah.
Yeah, when I was in Australia for the Navy, man, that was like the beer I always used to drink there, and you can't get it in the States. It's very rare. If you get it in the States, it's only on tap at like certain Irish pubs. Like I'm in a Facebook group that's bring Kilkenny to the States, and anytime somebody drinks it, they post it up there, and they have like a map, so you can like check on the map where it's at.
Nice. Like McGillen's or something.
It's yeah. Well, they used to have it at what was it, Lazy Lanigan's?
Over in town, yeah.
Yeah, before it was like the Village Pub and whatnot. So man, yeah. Well, Ricky's buddy was bartending there, and he swiped me a Kilkenny glass from the place, so I was pretty happy with that.
Nice.
Fuck it. It was such a class move. He's like, here's your takeout. And it was a styrofoam case with the glass in it.
Shout out to Ryan.
Oh, dude, that was a class act, man. That was awesome.
You'll have to look into that. Can you buy it in a liquor store?
I've never seen it. Maybe. But
There is a English version of it. It's like Wex something. It's the same like kind of can as Bodentings. Do you ever have Bodentings?
Yeah.
It's it's that golden black
nitro ball in there, like
right. This. There is a green and like white can, and it's Wexford. That's what it's called, Wexford, and that's their version of Kilkenny or whatnot, and it's pretty damn good.
Nice.
Yeah,
it's like a hybrid cream ale, red ale thing.
Yes, exactly, and it cascades just like Guinness does. It's made by Guinness, I think. It has like the little harp on it. I don't know why. Some reason, I think because they have Smittix in the U.S., there's some complication that they don't bring both of them over. So I don't know. It's very, very weird.
In your group that you're in, where is the closest place to us that does have it on tap? Does that what is it? Rera? Was that Cherry? Did they have it?
I could tell you, man. I only see it pop up once in a while. Like it's very rare that people post it up. It's like, it's like hunting the white whale. You know what I mean? Like it's like, oh, I found it in Florida, or I found it in Pittsburgh, or it's mostly in like Irish pubs. If you know a good Irish pub, they usually have it.
Nice.
Sorry. Yeah, because when I went to Clearwater to go see the Phillies game and all, there was an Irish pub there that had it, but we didn't get a chance to get over that way. It's hard to plan everything in 4 days. You know what I mean? You can only do so much. But that was a nice time. If you guys ever get a chance to go to a spring training game, I would say at least go to one, man. It was pretty cool.
That's on the bucket list for sure.
Yeah, it's something I wouldn't mind doing.
And you said the bar in left field was really packed?
Well, we went St. Patty's Day. I wouldn't go St. Patty's Day again. I mean, it was cool, but it was insane. Yeah, like they get a beer and anything. Like I think I only got 2 beers because the guys like walking around and such. But yeah, it was a mob scene. But if you could get there on a nice day, man, it was blazing hot too, man. I got cooked like a lobster. So you want to go there when it's a nice, easy day, man. Sit in the outfield and just drink at the bar, man, and watch the game. That would be ideal. You know what I mean?
Nice.
That's cool.
So if you do the show, we talk craft beer, we talk sports, and then we always get another beer. So we talk craft beer again. and then we talk sports if you want to switch around or whatever. Feel
Well,
free.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna actually go grab another beer right now because this one is just about. Luckily, it's only fucking 8.7%, and I just drank it in like fucking 27 minutes. So I'm sure I'm gonna be toasted tonight.
Yeah, that's a monster of a beer, dude. There's projects from
it drinks so easy. It drinks like a 5.5%. That's what that's the problem. Like it's a good problem, but it's a problem. Like
I think Al brought one of them over last weekend over John's. Yeah, man.
Yeah, dude. Here.
Shout out to Al.
Yeah, he's the man.
He is the
awesome, man. He's the hunter of good beers, man. He goes out there and he tracks them down.
Much admiration for that dude.
Whenever he comes over, he tries to kill us.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. We were so beat up the next day. Like I'm texting other people like, oh my god, dude. He brought out the Trude Stout, which is insane.
Thanks.
Yeah.
He brought out a Mexican brunch that nobody was really drinking. There was half a bottle. So I was like, okay, I'll help finish this off. And then he had that what was that? That raspberry peanut butter beer, man.
Yeah.
Dude, it was way too much at the end of the night. You know what I mean? Like we were drinking doubles all night, and then he whips this out, and it's like, well, that's it, man. That's the end of the show. That Trude, man, it's so good, but man, it is so thick, man.
So I'm glad you brought that up because that was actually just a conversation topic in my bar earlier. And we were talking about, True and how it's kind of on a mythical level where, I mean, you can get it, but it's not hard, super easy to get unless you go to Brick Farm.
Right.
And we were talking about the bar, and I'm saying, somebody said, well, why doesn't he, mass produce? And I just don't think the guy's worried about getting famous or getting rich. I think he just kind of really digs brewing, you know what I mean, and doing his thing and isn't worried about, getting a lot of pub or a ton of, I don't know. That's just my guess. I'm not quoting anybody. That's just my guess. I don't know.
They can sell it figure out in an hour and
right,
done with it. Move on to the next one.
He sells out in like 30 minutes, man. He'll post it up, be like, "Hey, come get it," and it's gone in 30 minutes. And then he can't even keep glasses stocked. You know what I mean? That's when you know you're a good brewery when you can't even keep glasses. Like his glasses sell for like, I don't know, probably like $20 a pop. That's nuts. You know what I mean? Like
I admire that dude's game, man. I do. That dude's seriously, he's just all about just brewing beer and that's awesome, dude.
I'm on a true and enthusiastic group in Facebook, and you'll see people put up like, oh, I have about like 4 or 5 good beers. I'm looking for a Troon glass. Like, not even a Troon beer. I'm looking for a Troon glass. That's like, wow, man. It's insane.
Yeah, I'll trade you 4 tree houses for a Troon glass.
And it's like, some little spider on the glass or some little thing, dude. But it's impossible to get. And they just want to be like, hey, man, I got Troon. Look at me.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's nuts, man. But
that's legendary.
Unless you make reservation at Brick Farm, but I think they just opened up their outdoor area.
Yeah, today, right?
Yeah, so you can't do that. But I mean, unless you're going there to drink Troon, you're shit out of luck. It's impossible.
Unless you know Al.
Yeah, unless you know Al.
Agent Smith.
Got it.
That kid, dude, he's got it locked down, dude, on his Instagram. Once that pops up, he's gone, dude. He's gone. Oh, shit, dude. So
I
there you go.
Changed it up here. I got
orange?
Orango. It says here, Orango is a rendition of Julius brewed with orange and mango puree.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's good. It's tasty,
This is John's kegerator.
Oh, nice.
Drop here on the keyboard. Try the IPA.
Nice. The IPA is awesome. Did you see Carton did a collab with Other Half? They used to do all orange everything, but I think that now it's called All Orange Cloud or something.
Yeah, I was reading that. Was it yesterday or today? Augie posted it.
Yeah.
And it's what, like a 10.7% beer, isn't it?
Well, I know the all orange everything that used to be about 10%. That used to be really good, man. That was like 2016. I went back and checked it on the Untappd. So.
And my rep from Carton came in today and actually brought me. You know, they were doing that Swisher series.
Yeah.
So, and I think they changed up just a little bit. I should have brought the can out. I'm gonna run in a minute and get it. But they were just releasing that now. But it's a little different than the original.
So, what do you think of the Orango you got there? It's a nice looking beer.
It's good. And I say this with love. And hey, what the fuck do I know? But it's good. It's on the puree, and I'm definitely getting the mango and the orange puree.
Yeah. And
I don't think there's any artificial sweetener. I get a tiny sense of that. Not in a bad way. This beer is fantastic. I crushed the shit out of it. I think it's like, it's 6.8. And nice. I almost don't. Am I getting like? Is it Sunny D? Maybe 5 Alive? Something to that nature. It's good. I'm not saying it's overloaded with like artificial sweetener. I don't think there's any, but I'm saying I get a slight, But it's good. It's nice drinking beer. Easy.
Show us a little bit of that hazy, juicy IPA you got there, John. There you go.
Nice lacing,
nice head, dude.
Yeah, it's I use Brew One and
that's right, Brew One.
Nectaron hops.
Nice. Is Nectaron new to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just saw it was available, so I bought a.
Have you used Peacherine yet?
No, I haven't seen that available.
I've tried only a couple beers so far, and I'm kind of digging it. It seems like newer. Yeah. I think it's a kind of a hybrid off of something else, but it's pretty nice. I got I forget. They come out of the 12% beer project, Eredita, and they did a Peacherine beer, and it was nice. I liked it.
Yeah, I'd like to get my hands on some of that because I like the peach beers.
Yeah, stone fruit, anything. Hook up. I hear you.
Yeah.
Now I never heard of the beer. What's it? Brew One hop or something like that? You were saying.
Brew One is like it's supposed to get a pineapple-y flavor, and the Nectaron is too. But I'm getting more citrus out of it.
Okay. Nice.
And I did add a little Strata too.
Nice. I'm always okay with Strata. Yeah. That is it. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you have had it, but I mean, how good is Tonewood Stratocaster? I mean, I love Tonewood anything, but Stratocaster is such a nice beer, man. They totally accentuate that hop.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Anytime I have a beer, it's just all Strata. I don't know. I just think it's awesome. I like that little strawberry note you get with it.
Yeah, it does a lot of Strata. What's that? Black Stack. They use a lot of Strata, man. And
I meant to ask you, DeeTer. I know you're big into Black Stack, and your buddy. Did one of their owners or head brewers pass away today? And if he did, rest in peace, a guy named Scott.
Oh no, I didn't see that, man.
I was reading something earlier today, and I wanted to ask you because you're kind of my local expert on Black Stack.
Yeah, last time I seen anything they posted like a whole drone that flew through their whole like brewery and everything. Oh, it was a really nice video. If you go on their Facebook group page or Facebook page, you can see like their whole brewery. It's beautiful, man. But I didn't hear about the guy passing away. I have to look into that.
I literally was just I'm not even positive. It was a quick read right actually before I came out here tonight. A friend of mine was posting on Untappd, and they live over in Minnesota, and they were talking, rest in peace, Scott. Thanks for all the great.
Man.
No, listen, I don't know. I did a quick read. I could be out here putting terrible fucking false information out. That's why I wanted to ask you. So I don't know anything for sure.
I cut the grass today and it was hot, man. I got in, dude. I cooked cooked the steak, and then after that, man, I took a nap for a few hours before the show.
Nice. I
Get old, man.
I fell asleep earlier, dude. I was coaching T-ball tonight. I was out in there in blazing fucking sun. Came home, got into bed, and I passed out for like an hour, dude. Long. It's been a long week, man. A very long week.
Yeah,
This
I fell asleep watching the Phillies, but I figured that was a good nap time.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. This heat, man, it came out of nowhere. Jesus Christ, 87 degrees, dude.
Right?
And I'm cutting the grass, and I'm seeing like all this high grass and weeds and shit. Like, where the fuck did this come from, man?
Seriously.
Yeah, I had my 15-year-old cut the grass.
I can't wait until mine are 15. I'm like, get out there. Oh, I can't wait. Oh,
that was awesome.
Nice.
Help them move some stuff around, you know.
Yeah. I'm on my next beer too. I got with Lawson's
nice.
Hayes Rays.
I've been wondering about it. I've been seeing that lately. How is it?
Oh, it's delicious. It's a lower ABV. Oh, man, it's real low. It's only 5.3. I thought it was a little higher than that, but it drinks like a big boy, man. You know, it's nice full body. Yeah, I brought this over John's the other week.
Yeah, I had a little sample of that.
Pretty good, man. A nice
Nice.
little.
Lawson's does good stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Always a big fan of Sip of Sunshine, Double Sip, Triple Sip, dude. That whole series is awesome.
And what's that one? What's the one? Was it the maple?
The stout?
Yeah, they do it. I think I had it with you. I don't know. I think I had it with you, DeeTer, years ago.
I don't think it's one of John's favorite, right? That's
well, there's a couple, but the one that I thought I would really like, they put out this year. It was called like Maple River Amber or something.
Yeah, it was an amber beer with maple.
It was amber with maple, and it was not.
Nah.
I was really looking forward to it because I've had their maple nipple that they used to do.
That's the beer. That's the beer I was thinking of because this was years ago when I think I drank it with you, DeeTer.
Well, I used to like the one in Vermont. What was that? 14-point maple.
14 star.
Yeah, man, their maple stout was really good. But the amber maple, man, that thing was like a sweet bomb, dude. That's diabetes, dude. Whew.
I was so looking forward to that, and I finally got my hands on it. Oh man, this is hard.
So, what was it? A maple amber ale?
Yeah.
Wow, that's different. I don't know. In all my years of beer drinking, I've had a maple amber ale. That's adventurous.
It was like really heavy on the maple.
With the stout, you have like the body and like the coffee notes, the bitterness to deal with the sweetness, to blend that, dude. The amber ale just lets that sugar ride, man. Yeah. Oh my god, you might as well just take a spoonful of sugar, dude, right to the mouth. It's like
you'd be better off.
Well, hey, I know not to buy that beer now.
I was so looking forward to that because that was a beer we had. Our brew club, we do these bus trips like once or twice a year, and we did one, and all these bottles come flying around the bus, and you pour samples out of everything. And one year, one guy had like 3 or 4 different Lawsons and maple nipple, and they had the maple triple, and they were just awesome. And I was so looking forward to that.
If anybody's looking into getting a home brewing or craft, or just getting a craft beer in general, man, South Jersey Fermentation Club, great group. They always do stuff, man, and they always have beer festivals. At least we just say, John, like 2-3 times a year, or something like that.
Beer festivals every year. One in May and one in first week in November.
So you said the one coming up first weekend in May. I wouldn't mind getting over there. It sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's right next to
first Saturday in May.
First Saturday.
All right.
May 6th. We set up. My group sets up a like my home brewery here. I have a whole team. Like I got DeeTer, I got Al, I got my buddy Mike, and my brother Brian, and my friends Ralph and the mayor of Audubon hangs out.
Nice.
And
the Audubon crew, man.
And we just pour beers and have a great day. I just wander around talk to everybody and bullshit and drink, and these guys take care of my booth.
It's
Nice.
so great, man. People come up, you're like, "Where's your brewery at?" They're like, "Nah, there's no brewery. We're just a homebrew group." And he's like, well, "Where's the head brewer at?" He's mingling around there somewhere. Yeah. And people just come to his tent nonstop, man. They love his beer.
John, I can't wait to try any of your beers, man. I'm telling you, dude, DeeTer and Al too have rated, I mean, on epic level. So I can't wait to try your beers.
Yeah, we have a great time. It's definitely worth it. I hope you get to come out and
I hope so too. I hope to make it the first weekend of May.
There's so many good beers there.
Another cool thing
a lot of good brewers in the club.
John does like classes, right? Like once in a while, you'll do like teach how to home brew stuff like that, right?
Yeah, we've done it once in a while. It's not something I do. I mean, I've had people. We'll do like a brew day at people's houses in the club, and that's kind of like the newer people will come over, and they can see different kinds of systems. Everybody brews different. Some do the old 3-vessel. 3-vessel and mash tun hot liquor tank and all that. I've simplified things. I do an electric brew in a bag now.
Nice.
And I just have a hoist and I lift the bag up and big electric element.
Do you remember what craft beer or beers got you into this world?
Gotcha, man.
I only asked that because it comes up in the bar a lot. Like, what got you into craft beer? And somebody that. I can tell you're very high level of, beer. What got you into it?
I used to drink like anything, like Molson or whatever,
right?
Molson Ice and stuff. And then I don't know, we started drinking Shiner Bock.
Nice.
And that was like probably our entry into the newer. And then I bought Allagash White, and that really turned me on.
Nice.
That was one of my first favorites. We started here instead of having brewing. We used to buy kegs, and we just all pitch in a few bucks. I bought a kegerator. I added a second tap to it. We hacked that, and then we started having 2 beers on tap, and then next thing you know, I started brewing. It was
just solid from the get go, man. Just solid.
I don't know what it costs now, but a keg of Allagash White was like $100 for the 6th, and now it's probably 120, 130 at least. On a retail level. So I've brewed probably a couple thousand gallons of beer since then.
Nice. How long you been doing it?
About probably 8 to 10 years. I started around 2014.
Now his like fruit kolsches are awesome, man. Like the stuff that he comes up with, the combinations, and his meads too, man. So this guy is just not like a basic brewer, you know what I mean? He doesn't just do like IPAs or porters, plain Jane. He always tries different stuff, man. Like
well, let me ask something too. You mentioned, and I don't mean to sound ignorant, but like you just mentioned mead. So brewing mead is it still like brewing a beer, or because I know they call it like a honey wine, or is it more like brewing a wine?
It's more like brewing a wine. So basically, it's a quick brew day. I'll just dump, basically 3 pounds of honey per gallon will get you about 5% alcohol. So, if you do a 5-gallon batch, you do about 15 pounds, 12 to 15 pounds of honey. You get a 12% mead.
Okay.
And there's different varieties of honey. You can get different flavors out of it. Like I have 30 pounds of orange blossom I just got.
Do you add like fruit and stuff to it too?
Yeah. I have one of them about the bottle. I used a honey from Hawaii.
Nice.
And I added I fermented that with maple syrup. And then once it went dry, it tasted like rocket fuel for like over a year. So I just let it sit. And then it tasted pretty good. Almost tasted like a sherry, which is something I'm
Really?
not drinking.
Yeah.
So, I added gallon and a half of blueberry cider from Mood's Farm Market down in Mullica Hill,
Oh yeah, nice.
and then another 32-ounce bottle of syrup, maple syrup. So, and then I add a little
That's
splash
awesome.
of vanilla, and I'm going for like a maple blueberry pancake. And it tastes pretty good. I took it to the homebrew club meeting a couple weeks ago.
So I
Back.
noticed your one comment. You said you waited, do you sometimes have to wait like year, 15 months, 16 months? And like, what do you sample
Only for me.
every,
Only
yeah.
But yeah, I just wait and keep tasting it every couple months and see how I like it.
That's a labor of love, man. That's awesome. I mean, that's awesome, dude. That's just good shit, dude.
It just takes up a little space in the basement, not much. So, but mostly I do session meads. I got like a 5% mead I can pour out of the kegerator.
Nice.
And I'll put some kind of fruit in it. Like I just made a test batch with pineapple.
What's the one called? Cool, refreshing drink.
Oh yeah, it's right? It's a lemonade mead.
Yeah, it's good, man.
And I've done that with blueberries. I've done it.
Dude.
I've done it.
I can't wait to try this stuff, man.
Seriously,
dude, I'm telling you, it sounds, and I can just by listening, by your level of expertise, I'm like, I know this shit tastes good, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like
good, man. And it's
crazy. You guys are lucky to be drinking his stuff.
At Big Brew Day, the most popular thing there is root beer mead.
Oh, root beer mead goes crazy, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like a 6% mead, and it's just root beer.
Now, how do you make it a root beer mead? You're not using actual root beer, are you?
I use extract, the same thing you would use to make. You can buy it at the homebrew stores. It's just like a little syrup bottle of root beer.
Oh no!
Like a little 2-ounce bottle will make 4 gallons of root beer.
Okay.
Now I know at your place, what's it? The vanilla cream ale. That's a pretty good popular one too, man.
Dude, my buddy down the street works in a vanilla factory over in Philly, like Port Richmond, and he brings me this really good 2X vanilla.
Nice.
Usually water bottles of it.
Nice. Water bottles.
Yeah, like a 16.9
Jesus, man.
pint.
Oh, it's so hard. Like, we have this great knowledge of craft beer with this guy, but we gotta talk a little bit about sports because we're on a sports channel too. So Sixers, you right? Sixers playoffs this weekend. How do you feel about that?
Sixers and 5.
You think so?
Yeah. I think this is the dream. This is the matchup that you wanted. Absolutely, hands down, no doubt. They'll put up a good fight probably each game. There probably won't be any blowouts, and they'll probably win a game. But this is the first round matchup you could have dreamed of.
I think are you going to see Ben Simmons on the other team, or is he going to be sitting out?
No, he's out. He's out for all. He pussied out.
No way.
In the Ben Simmons way, he did. He pussied out, and he's out for the whole playoffs. He wants to sit out. I think he has his butt's hurt.
Oh man,
no way, man. But I'd be so happy if we smoked them. That'd be fucking great. Yeah. I'd love to see that.
Do you remember even going back talking when we were talking back in January, December, November? We both said it's all going to come down, and I bet you it will. It's going to come down to can you beat Boston? And listen, when we beat Brooklyn, that's who you'll play in the next round is Boston. They're renting space up here. It's a mental thing. We got to slay the dragon, and hopefully this is the year we do it.
You follow much Sixers, John?
Not really.
Yeah.
I'll watch the highlights on the news, but I'm not a big Sixers guy.
Well, another topic tonight was the end of the Flyers season. Put them out of their misery finally.
Yeah, thank God. Thank God.
They put me to sleep.
That fucking team!
It's painful watching them.
Seriously.
Yeah. I'm glad they're just going down the losing route, man. Just lose. Just get the fucking draft pick. You ain't gonna do nothing. So
Yeah, just get
Whatever,
it
man.
over.
Let's get it with.
Just get it over.
I mean, I feel bad for that coach. The coach is
we
good coach.
we need good hockey back in this town, man. I feel like good hockey is so necessary with this Philly / South Jersey fan base. I mean, I miss great hockey. I do. I love my Sixers and all, but man, I don't know. Just get my Flyers back to fucking. I don't know. Kills me to see them like this.
I think all those Broad Street guys need to retire.
Yes, thank you. I just saying that today.
When Bobby Clark destroyed Eric Lindros's career,
I agree totally.
years ago, that he should be out of there.
I agree.
Yeah, it's not for the good old boys to go.
Yeah. I mean, listen, guys, you did your thing. Move the fuck on. Get these dinosaurs out of the fucking front office because you've been killing us. It's been 50 years since we won a cup. I'm going to say it again, 50 years. Yeah. I mean, get these fucking guys out of there. Clear house, sell a team, do whatever you got to do, but bring in somebody that cares about winning the fucking cup.
Yeah, Ed Snyder's dead. Move on, sell the team, and just
that's it.
Yeah. I guess something I should have said earlier. If you like the show, subscribe. I'm always bad with this stuff. Such a great show tonight. Yeah, man. Love talking Philly sports and craft beers, man. And to have a guy like John, man, awesome, dude. That guy, he brews great beer. Go to the beer festivals, man. Check out his stand. What's his stand? What's that? Barport, right?
Yeah, Barport Brewery.
Mad respect.
We do every first weekend in November, first weekend in May. Come out. It's a great time. It's well worth the $25. In November, it's like a food drive fundraiser thing. We donate all the money to charity both times.
Oh, one thing I want to hit up.
Brewers.
Were you, Rick? Were you getting more Root and Branch in your place, winter?
I just brought a keg in last week, and we're blasting through it. I'll be shocked if it makes it through tomorrow. It sells so well, and it's not cheap. Bar prices, but it's moving really well. And I like Root and Branch a lot, and it seems to do well down here.
Nice.
Have you ever had that, John? That brewery, Root and Branch?
No.
Oh, dude, they're pretty good. Where are they at, Ricky?
Well, I want to say it's not far, like Long Island-ish area. Don't quote me though. I'm not. I think so. Or Brooklyn-ish area? Are they?
New York. What's it? God, man.
Copiage.
Yeah, Copiage or something like that.
Right, but isn't that like kind of Long Island or Brooklyn-ish?
Let's see if I can find. Yeah, LBI.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Long Island. But man, their stuff's really good. If you see them on tap, Root and Branch, man, definitely try them out, man. Yeah.
Okay.
Just been coming around New Jersey. What would you say, Rick? A couple months ago? Yeah,
it's probably been about 2-3 months. And I think, I know. I'm a hoppy beer whore, and I love the Treehouse or Trilliums, but I'll tell you, I feel like Root and Branch is right up there with those guys as far as brewing IPAs. They're up there with the Treehouses and the Trilliums and the Fidens. Nice. I think they can stand on the same stage as them in IPA brewing.
Cool. Let's check them out.
Yep. All right, guys, we'll wrap this up. I guess we're gonna hit the hour mark. It was an awesome show. Thank you so much, John, for coming on.
Thanks
for having me, dude.
Always a good time.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Nope.